I am just a little bit early, but I was just really excited to be with you guys this morning on Wednesday. So happy Wednesday. Of course, on Wednesdays, I always send out a reminder to you on Daily Dose to be stacking your wins. In our mindset planner, we actually have a place for your win log. Most people are not doing this. This is the one things that failures don't like to do or don't do. Successful people always compound and stack and look for their wins. And so that's why it's included first box on the mindset planner, because whatever you're looking for, you'll find. And whatever you focus on expands. And if you're looking for and focusing on your wins, guess what? You are going to win more. And you're going to have lots to celebrate every Wednesday, every day, every week, every month. Good morning, Tanya. Just chatting with Tanya about her daily dose yesterday. And she's just doing such a great job sharing her tips with Tanya on Tuesdays. And so it's so nice to have her with us every week, offering very valuable and insightful information for you. So today is Wednesday, and everybody wants more. Everybody wants to live a life of freedom. They want to be able to do what they want, when they want, and with whom they want. They want to wake up and do what they love to do. Okay, they want to have more holidays, more experiences with their kids. At the end of the day, we're looking for freedom, and that's freedom from doubt and worry. Not having to worry about money, not having to worry about time, not have to worry about what other people are going to think about us, not have to worry about failing, right? We want to live in a life of freedom, which means peace of mind, which means confidence, which means understanding. Okay, in flow, okay, force negates. So people that are trying harder, they're doing more, they're hustling, they're forcing, and they're actually repelling the very good and their desires. They're repelling it, they're pushing it away because force negates. So you want to get into flow, into alignment. Successful people know that it's alignment over action because of the law of vibration and attraction, okay? Alignment and attraction are way more important than action, than hustling, than doing more, than knowing more. Okay, 95% mindset, 5% strategy. All right, I want to talk a little bit about if you want to achieve more, okay, more money, more success, more love, more health, more freedom, more prosperity, more wealth creation, more abundance, you're going to have to make some mental adjustments on the inside. Okay, everyone's talking about mindset, but very few people are out there showing you how to make those mental adjustments on the inside. Because our results, okay, your current income, your current level of success, how you live, who you are, is based on your mental settings on the inside. And it's not until those mental settings are changed to match and align your goals, is that anything going to change for you. And if you want your results to change, you have to change because they're your results. And if they're your results, then you have to change. You have to make these adjustments on the inside. And not by knowing more, not by knowing this, but by becoming, by applying, by actually making changes on the inside. And there's two parts to our mind. Most people are busy filling up their conscious mind with information and knowledge and books and seminars and conferences and YouTube videos. And the other part of our mind is the part of our mind that controls the behavior, controls the body, controls the results, controls the vibration. And that is your subconscious mind. And you cannot penetrate the subconscious mind with just reading more books and going to more conferences. Okay, you have to do a paradigm shift. That is your mental adjustment. Now, as you learn about how your mind works, the operations of your mind, where your results come from, and how to work with the beautiful laws that are governing this universe that we're a part of, it's no different than the law of gravity. You trust in the law of gravity. You never question it. You work with it. You know it's always there. And you know if you violate the law of gravity, you're going to get hurt. It's going to suck, right? But since you were wee little, you were taught, you learned through trial and error most of the time about the law of gravity. Very few people had people in their lives teaching them about the law of vibration, the laws of their mind, the laws of the universe, laws of nature. And that's what you're learning here with us. And so part of that is understanding that you've been conditioned to take incremental steps, to slowly progress. You know, if we're talking about people that are network marketing, for example, there are certain ranks that they want to hit. So logically, they go, well, I'm going to hit this rank and I'm going to hit this rank. And so their focus is on the next rank. That's one way. Albeit it's slower and it's often painful and often takes a long time. There is another way, and that other way is through what we term as a quantum leap. Okay, it's just a high velocity move to your results by making those mental adjustments. And part of doing that is going against your logic. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit out of our guide here, because all the answers you will ever need, all the order, all the faith, all the understanding, everything that you will need will forever be in this guide. And if you do not have this guide, I would make that your mission for this week. Find out how you can get it. Set up a call with one of our coaches, with one of myself, our success team, and find out, how do I get involved with this? Because Crystal's always reading out of it. She's always got it on her desk. She's always referencing it. How do I get my hands on it? And if you have this, you can get anything you want. It literally shows you step by step in a structured, duplicatable way to achieve any goal you want for the rest of your life, any goal you choose. The only prerequisite that is required for you to create this abundant life of freedom is desire. Okay, the desire to get away from your current pain, to get away from your current problems, to aspire to become greater, to do more, to have more, to become more. You've got to want that more than you're okay settling for where you are today, being satisfied where you are today. You've got to want it far more. The desire has to be there, otherwise it's not worth it. You're not going to change. You will not change if the desire is not strong enough, if the purpose is not strong enough to do the things that failures don't like to do. So in the guide here, I'm going to reference out of this a little bit. Bob says, the movers and the shakers of business and industry form the habit of doing things that failures don't like doing. They pick their paradigms. They are forever breaking them and creating new ones. The genius of the past, Edison, Ford, Einstein, were not considered geniuses by their neighbors. They were very likely looked at as bordering on insanity at times. It is generally after people of this nature are gone that they are then elevated to the level of genius. The Wright Brothers were a couple of crazy young bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, who were thought to be mentally unbalanced at times, even by their own father. The Wright brothers introduced us to a new kingdom of flight. And his father actually told them that they were going to go to hell, because if God wanted us to fly, he would have given us wings. But the Wright brothers had a vision of this aircraft, this thing that was able to defy the law of gravity. You know what they discovered? The law of flight. Nobody knew about the law of flight. Everybody knew about what the law of gravity was. What goes up must come down. But birds were defying that logic. And the Wright brothers became aware of the law of flight. And now we drive around in this 60-foot metal tube around the world. But they were thought to be crazy, insane, unrealistic, unbalanced, mentally not well. You have got to have a vision, something that you want to see happen in your lifetime. And then you've got to be willing and able to make those adjustments on the inside, because it's not going to happen without it. And there was something else really important that I wanted to share this morning on this topic. Key points. Here we go. Trying harder is not necessarily the solution for achieving more. Okay? It may not offer any promise for getting what you want out of life. And sometimes, in fact, it is a big part of your problem. If you stake your hopes on a breakthrough by trying harder than ever, you may likely kill your chances of success. Trying harder is not the answer. Doing more is not the answer. You have been programmed as part of your belief system, part of your habitual behavior, to take logical, progressive steps. You too, quantum leap implies an explosive jump in your personal performance that puts you far beyond the next logical step. The concept is one of exponential gains rather than incremental progress. And he also goes on to talk about risk. No matter what you decide to do in this last half of this year, you are putting something at risk. If you choose to stay in your comfort zone, doing more, trying harder, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, living a life of insanity, you are risking so much. You are risking the amount of money you could be earning. You are risking your own development. You are risking your dreams. You are risking your goals. You are risking so much by staying where you are and not making these mental adjustments. Now, as you decide, well, I am going to 10 times my income. I'm going to quit my job and pursue my passion full time. I'm going to buy that dream home. I'm going to relocate to where I really want to be living. Whatever that is for you, there's an element of risk because you are leaving the safety and the comfort of the prison of your own making, your comfort zone. Okay, nothing grows there, and if nothing is growing, then everything is dying. So if you choose to stay where you are and just keep trying harder, you are risking everything on the other side of your dreams. And if you choose a quantum leap, if you choose to develop yourself, if you choose to adjust yourself mentally and emotionally and physically, then there is going to be an element of risk there because you're going against the grain. You're going against your comfort zone. You're going against your current belief system. So no matter what you choose, you are going to experience risk. Okay? Doubt belongs in the process. Risk belongs in the process. It has to be there. But the question is, what are you risking? What are you risking by not going through a transformation on the inside? By not learning how your mind works and how to change your belief system? Well, you're risking everything that could be. And when you decide to become, do, and have more and go after what you really want, then you are risking leaving your comfort zone behind. Your old ways, your comfortable ways, your habits. A lot of things change, but the risk is there on both sides. So where do you want to be at the end of this year? Where you are today or far beyond where you are today? Choice is always yours. So happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful, blessed week. It's still Client Appreciation Week. We are sending you bonus gifts and giveaways every single morning at 8 a.m. into your inbox. We've been having phenomenal one-on-one laser-focused coaching calls with our clients that book those. So we are loving this week for so many reasons. And so we just want to say thank you for allowing us to be a part of your transformation and success. And we'll see you tomorrow for Truth Bomb Thursday.